live, baby. So, there's a few things I want to talk about, but particularly right now, what I want to get on here and talk about is Section 8. I don't know every state laws. I know where I'm at in Arizona. I know what the law is. Unless the law has changed. But last time I checked, it wasn't changed. So not too sure. But last time I checked, it was not changed. So, I seen a video the other day of people going around, I guess it's somebody in Arizona that Section 8 blogs or something. They were talking about a luxury Section 8 place. And I had to go on there and say I'm confused because people were on the comments saying, oh, projects should look like this and blah, 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 blah. Okay, so what people need to understand with this housing stuff, especially out here in Arizona is very corrupt. I don't know how every other state works, but Arizona is very corrupt, and that's another video for another day, okay? But to that being said, legally in Arizona, when you have a Section 8 voucher, your voucher is supposed to be accepted wherever you get approved. You don't have to go to projects. You can get a house. You can rent a town. You can go wherever your credit, your income, wherever you are accepted, they have to accept your Section 8 voucher. This was so misleading because I actually lost 3 vouchers. When I actually needed vouchers, I had it 3 different times. The 4th time I was over income when I actually got another one. But I had it 3 different times. They told me, these are the housing authorities under Maricopa Housing Authority. These are these different housing authorities. One was in Tucson, one was in Maricopa, one was in Mesa. Anyways, the housing authorities, right? They give you a list of places and tell you, oh, here's some places that accept Section 8. They train you to think that these are where you're supposed to be applying to. You don't have to go to affordable housing. You don't have to go to low income housing. Unless your income is permitted for that, while you have the voucher, that's the only time you need to go there. But that is not where your voucher is supposed to be used. If you get a Section 8 voucher and you're income eligible, then you are able to apply wherever you can go and get approved. So if your income allows you to go get a $2,000 apartment a month, and your voucher says your income is enough and we cover $2,000, that's where you go. So, like a lot of the time, like with me, when I had a voucher, I was in affordable housing. I was paying like $860 a month. This is affordable. This is not low income. Affordable housing. It's where you're paying a percentage of the regular market rate. So I was paying $860. When I got my voucher, they were like, well, your voucher is not going to cover anything because you're only paying $860. So if my voucher was $2,000, then I would have got a discount like I was with the affordable housing paying $860. They would have been paying $2,000. I probably would have been paying like $5 with Section 8 instead of the $860 under affordable, if that makes sense. So that's what it was. So that's one thing. Number 2 with affordable housing is, hi there. Hi you guys. I didn't expect nobody to watch my video. How you doing? If you have a voucher, that's the point. They will try to make it seem like certain places take the voucher, and that's not true. Wherever you are income eligible, wherever you are approved, it is against the law for landlords to deny you based on you having a Section 8 voucher. So if you just go apply somewhere and you're approved, don't tell them about the Section 8. If you don't want to do that up front, then don't do that. And just get approved and then use your Section 8 voucher, because then at that point, they can't deny you for having a Section 8 voucher. Because some places will do that. They'll say, no, we don't accept Section 8. And that's against the law here in Arizona. So don't fall for that. But that's what I wanted to get on here and say tonight, specifically about that situation. Like I said, there's some more corrupt stuff going on in Arizona, which I will get back to. Okay, but I wanted to just put that out there for people, because I know housing is definitely something a lot of people have trouble getting. Oh, just to kind of go off Section 8, but to affordable housing. So what happened to me was, when my income went up in affordable housing, there's a certain limit. So they'll tell you this, right? There's a limit that you have to be at. Hello. There's a limit you have to be at, right? And if you go over that limit, they say you have to move. But here's the sneaky part. And I don't know if it's like certain rural areas or if it's just I don't know. I don't know because I was in a rural area. That's why I'm saying that. But above that limit they have you at, or that they show online, there's a 180 mark above that. So when your income fluctuates, when you're in affordable, you don't have to move. You can go from affordable to market if they have market, units in the property, but you can go up and down, right? And that's one thing they don't tell you. Luckily, my manager was cool and she actually told me that stuff. But then someone else brought the property, came in saying, "Oh, you can't live here with this or that or with the bop." So that's what it was. And crazy enough, I did end up moving. I did end up having to, leave and stuff like that because my income was still even over that 180. But with that, once that manager left and my previous manager, she was still, even though the company took over, she was still there. So she came in, she was like, "No, you didn't have to move. Your income, all you would have had to do was go up to 1,300 instead of the 8." I'm like, "What?" And y'all made me move. But it was time. God has his own ways with everything. Hello. God has his ways with everything. So whenever there's a time to move, or get out, do it. If it's pushing you, just go. Okay. But yeah, that's just to that situation. So if you're in affordable, just know that there is a bracket over what they try to tell you, especially if you've lived there. I think it's over. Don't quote me. I have to go back through my emails to know for sure. But there is I can't remember. I don't know if it's 6 months or 2 years. It's something like when you've lived in affordable housing for so long, it's not that long of a period. It's either like 6 months or it's like a year or 2 years or something like that. It's not a long time, but just to that extent. And if you've been there for that long, then that's when you can actually go with that fluctuating rate as well. So yeah, that's a whole another thing. Okay, but just to let you guys know that Section 8 in Arizona, it is law. No landlord can deny you because you have a Section 8 voucher. If you are approved, you are approved. There is no, "Oh, we don't accept Section." No, that's illegal. Report them to the Housing Authority, report them to the Attorney General, report it to the BBB, make it a public thing so people can see. What else? I mean, it might even need to go federal at one point because states are just not doing what they want to do. And that's one thing I have against Trump right now, because I actually thought it was a good idea with them talking about the Department of Education, because there's a lot of things that happen with the Department of Education and they are not following through with what our kids should be learning. But now I see it's more that he's just trying to take the freaking blame off of federal, or trying to get federal out of the mix because he wants the states to have it. And really, when it's at a state level, that puts more hardship on people who do not have opportunity to actually do process and justice because of financial reasons. Most of the time, that puts it more in a hardship position for that, because I'm finding that right now. And even with the federal still being involved, especially when it comes to civil rights stuff, which is a whole nother video, I said I'm gonna save it. But just to go off that, I don't like how he's trying to place things back in the state's hands, because that's going to make things a lot more difficult for people to actually access justice. And I don't mess with that. Okay, so just to put that out there. But yes, just to give you guys a heads up on Section 8. Thank you for everybody who looked at my video. I appreciate you. I was not expecting anyone to look at this live. I was just going to get on here and talk and post it, okay? But I appreciate you guys. Thank you. If you have any questions, I will definitely be going on here live a lot more. I need to start getting things off my chest. I need to start talking about things that are wrong, things that I do, things that I report, and things of that nature. So if you go watch my other videos, you'll see child care is one of them. Okay, so all right, this is, I don't even know how to end this. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. I'm not even gonna lie. I don't know how to end this. Oh Lord. Oh geez, do I do this? Okay.